Well, hello there, YouTube. Welcome back to Grounded. So we've been derping around in the sandbox looking for a looking for the Minotaur key and just verifying what this says here is I've kind of been interpreting this as 3:30 or 6:15, but it's also quite likely that it could be 2:30 instead of 3:30 or any other time around there. So I think what we're gonna do here is we're just gonna kind of guess where this shadow might end up going. Do I have my sizzle gear on? We better put that on quick before I die. Where the hell is it? Why don't I have my hat? Did I leave it? There it is. Okay, this hat slows down the sizzle a little bit. The other thing I've been noticing is we've got these glints, like I think I saw one right there. Yep. These glints tell us where the treasures are going to be. We're going to take a look at these. We're also a little low on water, so that we're going to have to be kind of fast about exploring here and try not to engage in too much combat. Keep out of the sizzle. So what I'm seeing basically is that this travels in a line that way. So I think as long as we stay over here, look for glints. I just saw a glint in that shoe print way over there. So along this line, I think is going to be where our treasure is. It's just a matter of like not knowing the exact time of day that we're supposed to be searching, but it does look like these treasures are visible. Oh, what is this one?
Eminent Practical Technologies, Dr. Wendell Tolley, Science Division, log 88.05.29G. Oh, or is that H? H for safety. Final evaluation tests of the spacer are going well, though I have noticed some minor errors in transcription where a non-trivial number of particles are not being conserved. I have observed no ill side effects, but making a note to check that later.
Oh.
Making a note. I'm still annoyed by Dr. Klein's attitude.
Let's get out of the hot.
I confided in him about my success. Arrogant as always, dismissing my breakthroughs in covalent spacing reduction, questioning the very use of shrinking technology. What a ridiculous lack of vision. World hunger, overpopulation, global warming, just the tip of the iceberg.
Oops, he knocked us over. Got him. Okay, so we saw a glint right over here. Go for that one. There it is. That doesn't look like a key either. Let's admit, can we get in the shade of this apple? Yes. Alright, I did see one over that way there, which we'll go to later, but I want to stay on this side because this is where the shadows are going to fall. There's a big antlion hole here, or what looks like an antlion hole. Huh. Maybe we got the guy out of there. We're also thirsty. Let's get in the shade. Keep our eyes aiming that way in case we see a glint. And we have 2 waters left.
Probably what bottled water is.
Didn't see anything there. Let's take a look at where the shadow is now. What time is it? It is 10:19, so 11:12, 1, 2. That's like 4 hours, right? So 4 hours from now. This is gonna move. It can't move far. It's gonna move like right along this, right? So I'm guessing whatever we're looking for gonna be right through here somewhere. Ooh. There we go. And look at that. We have something unique. It looks a lot like a buried key. Nice. We found the key. Let's go check out that one other glint we saw, which was on a hill over there.
This heat is unbearable.
Oops. Feel like yep, there it is. Where? That looks like a piece of salt. Yep. Can we make it to any other shade from here? No, let's go back to the shovel. Alright, so our next stop is going to be the sandcastle there, because that's where the treasure chest is going to be. And on the way to the sandcastle, we can stop by this juice box and pick up some juice. Try not to get hit by this guy flinging ants at us. We also kind of want to check out those two things. So let's go check those out before we get to the sandcastle. There's this big brick here. The blue one on the other side has a big spider in it. This one, however, just has what looks like a supreme marble, which we can't bust yet. Okay, so we'll have to note that and come back. And then, oops. There's a bucket over here. Hopefully it has some shade. But yeah, nothing in this bucket, huh? Not even something to dig up. Nope. Just shade. Okay, from here, I think we can use this shovel as a way out. We don't need to worry about this billy hog here. Except for the creatures in it, which we're going to run away from for now. Look at that, right up the shovel. Oop, fell in. Okay. And then along the back of this...
Sleeping makes me feel a little creepy.
There is a shard there that we could try to bust, but I think we're going to save that for when we're trying to get into the castle. And from what I remember of our scouting here, there's really no way into the castle, so we're going to have to, like, build a bridge, I think, which might be, like, from here, I think we could build a bridge onto those ramparts. I think we're going to just, for now, though, jump into the water from here. Hopefully we don't hurt ourselves. So we took a little damage, not too much. And we're opening the chest. Look at that. There is nothing in this one except for a waterlogged recipe. A note detailing how to make a particularly deadly weapon. Waterlogged recipe, huh? Salt Morning Star. Okay, so we'll have to take a look at that. Get out of this water first. Just so we don't drown. While we're reading it. So until we figure out a way to build into the castle, I think that pretty much wraps up the sandbox. Let's get into the shade to fight you. Oops, I forgot the block. There's not a lot of shade, is there? Is it shady? Yeah, nice. He's coming out underground, though. Down on the left. Sweet. I think it actually killed itself in that attack on us. Let's take a look at the stuff we found. So we found a biomedical badge, which gives us trickle regen and food conversion. Food conversion. Food is constantly being converted into healing energy. Trickle regen. That seems okay, but that food conversion sounds like it's going to make us more hungry than we need to be. Like I'm interpreting that as you consume food faster. The other things we found were a weapon, Salt Morningstar, which needs Salt Glob, Gum Nugget, Tough Gunk, a heavy ball of hurt, coated in shards of salt to ensure whatever it hits feels excruciating pain. Does a lot of stun, a lot of damage, and it's fast. And spiders, I think, are weak to salty. No, spicy. Just the diving bell is salty. Oh, and the robots. That's interesting. The robots are weak to salty, so that's a good robot killing weapon. We also want to make this antlion great stored as soon as possible, which is going to need 7 piercers. We have 6 on us, so let's try killing one more antlion, see if we can't get a piercer. Pincher. And then in our data, we found this Wendell tape that wasn't too informative other than to show he didn't like Ominent. And we also found the Biomedical Engineer's Recon Journal. I wonder who else has made it this long. Nearly 7 months now. The daily ducking and dodging of whatever the yard has in store as my mind and body withers and fades. We were the best and brightest. Well, most of us. I have no idea what the point of the intern is. Did we not deserve to understand the full picture? Well, certainly we deserved to know, though we would never have signed on that dotted line. Just the same, I do my little tasks. I snap my photos and snatch the tapes. The tapes. Minor transcription errors. Tully, you massive dunce. Doomed yourself. Doomed us all. Well, I'll stay out here roasting in the sands, observing the great plotting fool Dr. Wendell Tully coming and going as he pleases as he becomes no more than beef jerky haunting his backyard. I should confront him, big or small. The blundering scientist flees across the desert, and the raisined engineer follows. So it sounds like he was having some trouble and didn't like Tully. Alright, like I was saying, we're pretty much done with Sandbox. We're gonna just explore some last little details to see if there's anything in here. Let's actually put a bandage on also. Just check the corners for bustables. See if there's anything obvious we missed. I don't think we have any science to analyze here. Nope. We did pick up a bunch of molars though. Is there anything that we can do with those? We can increase our max stamina. I like that idea. Wow. 25, and I think I'd rather max out our stamina than spend this rest on our health for now. The Mega Milks we're going to save until we can bump up our resource and consumable size. Oh, and we also... Did we find a new Burgle? Yeah, we found a new Burgle chip, but we haven't turned it in, right? We found the one in the table chest. Interestingly, there are some things to chop down in here, so we could potentially make a... What do you call it? A lean-to? Take a look in here. Alright, we do want to fight this guy. Let's get in some shade. Again? Yes. Uh-oh. Oh, there's an ant. Stamina? Stamina. Oh. And my stamina lasts just long enough for us to get like one swing set in. Got him. Okay, so that was a pincher. That should give us enough.
Worker Black Ant here.
I wonder if we can follow this black ant to the black ant tunnel. black ants in here. Who's going this way? Oh my god, there it is. How did we miss this? How did I miss this? It's like right there. Okay. Black Ant Hill descent. I guess we're gonna go through the Black Ant Hill. We have a torch. Unfortunately, we don't have a torch. Was there a workbench or workbench needed to make a torch? Let's see if we can't throw one together really quickly. I don't think so. We're gonna need sap. What about the slime mold one? We did see... Did we see any of these? No. Okay, we're gonna have to go in without a torch, I guess. Let's see how dark it gets. Might be a little too dark. Yeah, so... It's marked. Let's come back here with a torch. So I don't think it's going to be that great otherwise. But that's cool. We've bumbled into the Black Ant Hill entrance. Alright, otherwise we're out of the sandbox. I guess we're gonna come back in one more time. Just to I'm gonna run from these because I don't really want to fight two at a time. But what I was saying there was... it's time to finish exploring the Black Ant Hill. Let's go home. Get geared up for that. And we'll head back. Go through the Black Ant Hill. I'm not sure... I just saw a glint over there also. Alright.
I don't have a death wish!
Well. Yeah. Go home, get water, which is the main thing we're missing. And then what I was trying to decide was, do we go in? I think we're going to go in from this end, from the sandbox end, and come out in the garbage dump rather than try to find the other direction. So first things first. These things aren't quite ready. First things first, we get one water grate. So we're going to have to do some water exploration. Dump off all our junk. And let's see if we can make a torch here. I'd also be interested in that great sword. Alright, we're going to need rope and sprigs. Rope is easy enough. Sprigs we're going to have to go hunt for. So let's go look for some water. There should be plenty of water available here. There's some. Let's make sure our canteen is full. Kind of hard to spot when it's this dense.
Bombardier beetle, stay out of the splash zone.
Let's not accidentally bump into a bombardier. We also need sprigs, right? So let's head toward where there might be sprigs, I guess. But yeah, I'd like to see some water, please. Thought I saw one for a second, but didn't. Here's a sprig. Need a couple of those. That should have a set. It would be nice to pick up 2 more water. How are we doing on food? We have an A for roast and some jerky. The jerky we know isn't going to be that good. So we might want to pick up some food also. We may just spend a long time derping around looking for water here. Never water when you want it, is there? Where's the pit? There it is. Okay, so here's the pit. Toward the table, maybe.
Let's see what we
There's
can
a
find.
bombardier beetle that way. There's one. Okay, one more. We should be set for water. Disappointed there isn't another one right here. Take a look this way, make sure we're not running into anything. I think we might just settle for 3 if I don't find another one in the next few seconds. There's also not a lot of aphids around here, which is frustrating. I was hoping to collect some of them for food. In fact, let's put on the... Oh, we don't have those, right. Let's go ahead and repair these. Even though, like a lot of our other gear is more damaged, we also don't need the sunshade right now.
Better safe than sorry.
Do we see any more? Nothing. What time of day is it also? It's also getting late, so we might... There's one. We might do some final exploration here. Get our water. That wasn't it. On this one. Okay. Canteen's full. Let's head back. Looking for aphids. Never any aphids out when you're hungry. I'd also settle for a weevil here. Take a look down through here. Maybe closer to the edge of... there's some mushrooms over there. Weevils usually hanging out near the mushrooms. But not today, and we can always just pick these and eat these directly. So let's go ahead and do that. There's a huge trove of them. This will keep us fed. That's a full stack. That's enough. Let's head back to the flagstones. Ah, there's one.
Watch where you stick that nose, Weevil.
Oh, and I don't have any arrows. Head back to flagstones, and from flagstones we will camp for the night. Hopefully our dew collector will fill up a little more. We'll camp for the night. Put something on the spit here. And is there anything else we should do? I think that's it. I guess we can try eating this billy hog also. Let's dump off this extra stuff. So we're not gonna need spicy shards. We're not gonna need this rotten food. Oh, great sword. Can we make the great sword? That would be nice, wouldn't it? Great sword. Silk rope. Silk rope. 3 silk ropes. Can we make those here? No, we don't have any web. Okay, so we're gonna have to go back to First Dome to make those. Let's take a nap. Get up in the morning, and in the morning, let's head up back to the sandbox. We'll head through the tunnel into the ant cage. That's what we needed, is a torch. Let's make that torch. Might as well make 2. Just in case. I'm constantly going through those. Oh yeah, food. Looks like the mussel sprouts are ready to harvest, but we'll save that till next time we're back here. Grab the food. And let's get another batch of ropes cooking. Because we always need those. Inventory looks good. We have a roast that we should eat soon, a fresh roast, and a couple of jerkies, plus a pile of mushrooms, plus a full canteen, so we're pretty much ready to go. We're going to start by zipping up to the table. Weehaw! So nice having this. I am very glad we went back and looked for the assistant manager doors. We are a little low on dandelions, so I have to be careful there if we jump from any heights or fall. Sun is just reaching the sandbox. We're probably going to run into some more antlions on the way. Take a look. So we're just going to run around the edge and hop down there from the top. Keeping an eye out for any creatures that might be out here ready to attack us. Don't think we need... I guess we could use more antlion parts to complete the antlion armor set. But in general, I don't think we really need them. Not seeing it. I wasn't seeing any antlions, and I turned away and came back, and there he was. Alright, buddy, sorry, but we are going to clobber you. Ow, jeez. Or vice versa. Rest for a sec. There's our hunger. And we killed him right before he got his next attack off. Let's eat the roast we noticed earlier. I'm also ready to put our real armor back on. And if we jump down there, we probably want the sizzle hat, right?
I need this normally.
So we're gonna get closer to the ant nest here. I just saw Sparkle out there in front of the blue cube. Let's just jump and dandelion float down there. Don't see a giant spider, so I'm not too worried.
This heat is unbearable.
We might as well gather a couple of these saps, I guess, just in case. Excuse me. There we go. And let's get the torch out. If we're fighting ants, black ants, they don't like stabbing, so we're gonna keep spear here as our primary weapon, and we're gonna put the torch
Just
in
give
our
me a
offhand.
second to let my eyes adjust to that.
All right, and we're going in. Shoo. Okay. So hopefully this tunnel doesn't require more than one rat burst to get through. And hopefully it leads to some place that we recognize. Connects up to places where we've already been. Promising already there's some wire. Oh, it just stops here though. Well, we'll take the brittle marbles. Usually there's 3. Did it go under the sheet? Yeah. Keeping an eye out for soldier ants, but there's a good chance we're just running past them if we see them, if they're not totally blocking the way. Definitely not looking familiar at all here. There's a sun patch though. The other thing we want to find in here is the ant queen. Because we found a, oh, look at this. A little upgrade cache. Cookie sandwich bits, we don't need those. There's a LED light up there, but let's follow these natural lights just for now. I'd really like to figure out where the... Oh, look at that. There's a rock we can blow up and get to. Let's go around that way then. It was a dead end, so kind of the only way to go. If we go up around this way... Well, treasure trove in here that we missed somehow. I guess we didn't miss it. We found it. I just mean that if this does connect through, not sure where it would come out. So we're looking for a big rock here we can blow up to get to the other side of that thing we just saw. What? Okay, this is super familiar, right? Yeah. This is the lab. Can we actually get up here? Yeah, this is the lab where we first... Okay, so this is where we first ran into this lab. Which means if we follow this wire... like up to a split, or actually we follow... This is the way out, right? Yeah, that's the way to the entrance. I think down here we've never been. As evidenced by the lack of broken quartzite here. But that's just a dead end, it looks like. Okay. So, kind of lost. I totally got lost. This leads back to like section B, which leads... Oh wait, okay, this is where we just came from. Weird. Maybe I'm not where I thought we were. Okay. So this is a way we haven't really... No, that's the way we just went. Broke some shards. This is the way out to the garbage entrance, if I remember correctly here. Or maybe I haven't been here either. Ah! Okay, I'm definitely not remembering correctly. Let's drop our bomb. That should be the scabby, right? Yep. Sweet, corporate issue scabby. Okay, so we've explored all of these tunnels here, which means we just never went that way, I think.
Watch out! That ant means business.
Okay, there's a soldier. Let's stay away from him. Huh. I feel like I've been in here, but maybe I didn't explore it very well. Okay, there's the hole in the floor. That section there had a science on it. We've definitely been over and through all of those. Okay, soldier's not so bad. Yeah, we've been through all those doors. We'll come back later to see if there's another way through. Wait. So there's two holes here, one... Okay, yeah. So that's the wire we just came from. And then this must be the wire we originally followed to find this place. That's why I was confused, was because there's two wires there, and we just never went down that other way. Which leads to the exit. That explains it. I do remember another way down here that we also never went. I don't think it's that, though. I think it's down here. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh, I thought there was something behind us. Bandaging up. Yeah, so in here, we went into section B there, but there's a side tunnel over there that we never really went down. I just want to explore around this to make sure there's nothing else obvious that I missed. And then, or why I'm hearing ants and not seeing them. Okay, so this is a tunnel we've never been down, really. I think I poked my head down here a little bit, but decided to explore it later, and then we never came back. Okay, yeah, so we went around, and there was a side tunnel to that little root trap that we investigated, but we never went past that, so that's there. Then we came down here and looked in here, and we're like, yep, that's interesting. Too many ants. So, I think it's time. We're gonna have to fight all these guys. Oh, I love that electric shock. This time through might be fewer ants. Try to get them one at a time. Oh. Hard to block two at a time. Uh-oh. Another one behind us. Jeez. Alright, let's make sure we're bandaging. That was a lot of them, so it should be relatively safe in here. I still hear a couple scurrying around. Jeez. Walked right into that one. That is thirst, I think. Okay. Ha, another, jeez. Just all the soldier ants are coming. Ah, ouch, and I do that. Do I have my... Yeah, I have full armor on. Let's make sure to drink
At least
some water.
It's clean. Ish.
Do you like that we're stunning and electrocuting these guys? Our spear is getting pretty badly worn there, though. Okay, so this is section B here. With a Mega Molar. And... nothing else really in here. Oh, there's a bombable thing that we haven't a way to get into right now. Bummer. We're gonna need even more brat bursts to fully explore this. Okay, let's head into this one. Oh, there looks like an ant larva. Aha!
Verbal transcription unit 90.5.1. Order number 43.
Do it again, Burgle, for old time's sake.
What's that, Dr. Tully?
Play the old script.
Right away. Hello, and welcome to Roby's Classic Automated Burger Shop. My name is Burgle, and I will be taking your order today. Perhaps I can interest you in the daily specials? My favorite is the Roby's 0.375 pounder with cheese, with a side of mammal-style fries.
That will do just fine, Burgle.
Remember the Roby Burger motto: make every day exponentially great.
Roby's song. Okay, Burgle, we've reached a critical juncture with mixer research, and there's a very important task I must entrust you with. As you're aware, your 12-slot memory core is capable of holding a variety of data cartridges. I need you to download everything you can and write key research and lab data, especially redacted, to the enhanced gold superchips, and everything else on the gray auxiliary chips. I've been testing the superchips privately since the Haze Lab, when suspicions arose that our central data stores may not be safe from outside eyes for very long. Should anything ever happen to your internal memory, you'll need to be aware these chips exist for retrieval, so file that amongst the deep pickle and mustard knowledge or whatever. I will handle the security of the superchips. Your task will be to stash the rest. Please be careful not to get carried away. This isn't an Easter egg hunt. Oh, and please try to behave around the assistant manager. It has submitted several incident reports to me. Okay, some cute humor. We found a molar, cute humor about the... Or was the molar previously? I don't know. Short-term memory loss, I guess. Let's take a look and see if there's any other doorways. Saw some glowing stuff from over here. Looks like that's probably the right tunnel to go to find the lady, and I think that is the ramp we came from. So yeah, let's assume the queen's down here. Although it's possible she's behind that wall that we can't blow up right now. Was that something? No. Also, I noticed our spear is getting close to being destroyed, so I think when we went back to the pond, we forgot to pick up... Oh my god, that startled me a lot. There's the Black Ant Queen. We found her. Okay. I don't have anything for you. But I will come back with a treat someday. And there's a tunnel past her. Oh, just to a window. Oh, look at all of that. So that must be what's beyond that door that we can't, or possibly just beyond her. Maybe that's what she's blocking. Yeah, okay, that's implied. She's blocking the entrance to a bunch of stuff we can get to. Right, so that's the Black Ant Lab, except for one unexploded door. I think from here we need to go and think about repairing stuff, think about equipping for the rest of the mission. There's a bunch of clay down here. We don't really need clay. Let's see if we can just run past these. Yeah, they're not going to chase us for long, I don't think. Or maybe they are. Okay, he gave up. So I think the exit into the garbage patch is easiest for me to find from here.
You mind your business, I'll mind mine.
Should be right up here at this junction. Yeah, pretty sure this is it. If we just look up here and head for what looks like an up, let's grab some roast.
It's surprisingly not terrible.
If we just head toward what looks like up from here, I think that gets us out. Ouch. Maybe a few ant bites along the way, but this is the exit for sure. Or is it? Yes, there it is. Time of day is it going to be? It's going to be evening, but should still be light out. There's probably some stuff we should explore in here, especially the garbage area. I think that's over here, so let's take a look. I did bring the gas mask this time. But we also don't have much daylight, so it might be hard to explore. We have a few minutes though, let's see. Last time we were here, I poked in, but we didn't have a gas mask, so we were taking too much damage for me to want to hang around. This time, we should be fine. Not sure if there's anything to find here. Oh, there is some science way up there. Hoping there's no big, ugly monsters. Get on top of that banana. Definitely am not interested in drinking the juice from the stuff that's in the garbage. Can I get around the other side? Doesn't look like it. Just that one little glob of science. That's all I want. I want up here. Yes, okay. Banana is easy to crawl up. Ooh, and there's a kind of spicy candy up on that one.
Eureka! I've always wanted to say that.
Is that it though? Just that spicy candy and one piece of science. Okay. Let's see if we can get to that candy. I doubt it. Let's go look behind everything too. I was hoping for a mega molar, or just a milk molar back here, honestly. Oh, what's that? There's some candy in there. Cans are so hard to get into. There we go.
Light. Burn back the shadows. Turn away the inky depths of the night.
Spicy candy in the garbage. So maybe that'll respawn. I don't know. I think candy is shown to be respawnable in general in the other places. So can always check back. There is a milk molar. Good. A mega even. A battery and a tape.
Supplemental log, Ominent Practical Technologies, Tully. Oh, whatever, I'll sort it later. The important thing is I have done it! Success! The spacer has worked its magic. I have successfully shrunk a set of basic plastic polyhedral dice from the size of standard dice to no bigger than the size of, well, much smaller dice. Burgle, make a note to come up with a better comparison.
Noting.
You did it nonetheless. This is a complete exoneration. However, it occurs to me that I have a new problem. The dice were intended to be young Thor's Christmas present. He will be disappointed. But perhaps I can convince him that they were miniature dice. The tiny instructions might be a bit of a giveaway. A new solution may be required. To the Fun Pit Toy Mart before they close.
I'm not sure how we could get up there. It looks like maybe from even further above. Oh, there's gonna be mints in here. Ah, what? Really? You can't get in there? There we go. Another tape.
Ominent Practical Technologies, Dr. Wendell Tully, Science Division, log 87.12.18, 87.12.19. It's past midnight now, but the covalent space reducer prototype is complete. Otherwise known as the shrinking machine, I've dubbed it the spacer. I should get some rest, but the kids are already asleep. Trudy's given up and gone to bed, and I'm eager to find out if all these months of work were worth it. Everything should be sound, but you never know until you flip the switch. Well, here goes nothing. Supplemental log, complete failure. Oh, why do I even try? I'll clean this mess up in the morning.
Yeah, sounds like the prototype failed.
Ominent Practical Technologies, Dr. Wendell Tully, Science... Oh, scratch that. Dr. Wendell Tully, PhD. At least they can't fire me from that. My years of work on the spacer mattered little to Ominent. The project was shut down and I was shown the door. And yet Kaminsky still works there, and he's an idiot. I've been reduced to substitute teaching at the local school. How many times can one person be expected to explain the difference between a vector and a scalar? If it has direction, then it's a scalar. I mean, a vector. Oh! I swear the ignorance around me is contagious. Does that normal teacher do anything? No wonder my inventions cannot be appreciated. Our society no longer understands science.
All right, we explored the dump. We found Mega Milk Molar in there, a bunch of tapes. 3 tapes from Wendell. Maybe it was just 2. Maybe we've seen a few this episode already. I'm gonna head back to Flagstones from here, and we're gonna think about what we're doing next. The options are go back to the pond so we can repair our stabbing weapon, which I don't really like that idea. We could go back to the Red Ant Hill, find some ant eggs so that we can make another brat burst and head back to the Black Ant Lab. That seems like a big waste of time. The other option is we can head toward... we could try to make a transport network. Oops, only gotta eat these guys. Oop, yeah, sorry, Ant. Bad timing. Yeah, okay. Okay, got a lot of ants. A lot of ants. Sorry, ants. Guess I should have left that weevil alone. Still chasing me. They give up at the water? Yeah, okay. Yeah, we're not going back for that weevil. Oops. Guess they weren't giving up. The other option, what I was saying, is we could try to find a way into the upper backyard, which looks like, you know, there's a path along the flagstones, maybe some steps toward the shed, toward the gnome even. Or we could be working on the transport network to try to attach a zip line back between First Home and Flagstones, which would be really nice, because it would be nice to have a quick zipline method to get across the lab. Although honestly, it's not that far, so if it's too hard to do, you don't have to do it. It's just one of those would be nice things. Get some fast travel going, you know? That way we can organize our storage a lot better, kind of like centralize things. I don't really want to fight this guy right now. See if we can't lose him before we head home.
Those aphids look like they have things to
Sounds
do
like we
and
lost
people
him.
to see.
One reason I'm having trouble losing people is because I have the slow shoes on. Cool. Alright, so here we are back to Flagstones. And checking the time, I think we're just about out of time here. So let's do some basic organization. We can drop off some of these things. Actually, I'm going to try to remember that if we are going back to First Home, we have a whole bunch of shards that we can bring back. We can keep this gum here for now. Let's put this on the spit. Take a look at our equipment. We're going to need to fix these shin guards soon, so that might be worth a trip back to First Home to collect some ladybug parts. So that's probably how we'll start next time. We'll start it, I think, with a trip to First Home. But beyond that,
See what we can find.
we're going to try to head forward to that side of the yard. Not really sure what we're looking at there. Those are some yard lights. That's the shed, I imagine. We're going to head toward the shed. So, looking forward to that. I hope you are too. Thanks for joining me on this journey in this episode of Grounded. And I hope to see you next time. Until then, bye-bye.